I had the distinct honor and pleasure to be the first senior American diplomat charged with representing the United States in Skopje and with establishing diplomatic relations between our two countries. Those were difficult and challenging days for the people of Macedonia, but I watched you then, as I watch you now, face and overcome each challenge and each tribulation with perseverance, dignity, and determination. I can still recall with great excitement that moment on September 13th, 1995, when I finally was able to transmit an exchange of letters between President Clinton and President Gligorov, formally establishing full diplomatic recognition and full relations between our two countries. We were then, and may we always be, close friends, cherishing the same principles of freedom, respect for human rights, and the rule of law. My wife Sarah and I will always cherish our time spent in Macedonia, and will always greatly appreciate the warm and friendly hospitality was shown to us and to our family. We will always remain your best friends.
What I liked most about serving in Macedonia was the opportunity to meet so many different people, not just officials, but people from every walk of life, from Skopje, from small towns, people that spoke different languages, students, athletes. It was a great opportunity to share America's story and to hear all about the different and diverse lives of people in Macedonia. I think the most memorable event while I was ambassador was moving the embassy to its new location. We lowered the flag at the embassy, the former kindergarten on Ilindenska, and we moved the embassy to our new compound on the Kale. It was a particularly moving moment to raise the flag of the United States in that important location which symbolizes the United States' partnership with Macedonia. One thing I learned in Macedonia that was particularly unique was the game of rakomet, handball. It was a game I wasn't familiar with until we spent time in Macedonia, and I grew to love the sport and those who played it. I became great friends with an athlete like Kirill Lazarov, who could show his individual and his teamwork, leading Macedonia's team to some remarkable victories. And it was a game that I shall always enjoy, something we don't do in the United States, and I can share with my fellow Americans.
Well, my wife and I have been here now twice in our foreign service career, and we're often asked what aspects of life we really enjoy here. I think we'd have to say first it's the extraordinary warmth and the hospitality of the people of Macedonia. No matter whether you're in the biggest cities or the smallest towns, they're so willing to give of themselves, to invite you into their homes, share their families, share their wonderful food. And so I think that's the most exciting and high point, I'd say, of our time here. I'd also add, I think Macedonia is such a place of such scenic beauty. I like to hike and get around the country, as many people know. I've hiked many of the highest peaks here, and I've been to many of the beautiful lakes, whether it's Doiran or Prespa or Ohrid or Malravo. There's so much scenic beauty crammed into such a small area here. So I think the hospitality of the people and the beauty of the country are two of the high points of Macedonia for us. One thing I think we've learned while we were here in Macedonia is the great emphasis that the people here put on their families and on family relationships. I think that's something that we in the US and many other countries can emulate. The idea that you share so much of your time and give so much support to the people that are closest to you, and that's been something I've really admired about Macedonians. If I had a message for the people of Macedonia, I think it would be to be optimistic, to be forward-looking, to take charge of your own future. There are so many wonderful and capable and talented people here. I'm absolutely positive that with a forward-looking, optimistic outlook, you can do an awful lot. So don't focus on the past, don't focus on the problems, look ahead, see what you can do for yourselves, take charge of your future, and move this country into the larger world, and I'm sure that will happen in the near future.